As you all know, Kathie Lee's written a very special book that's out today. It's about faith and her travels to Israel.
I've been going to Israel since I was 17, but it wasn't until I began studying the original texts in Hebrew and Greek and hiking the land itself that I finally gained a better understanding about my faith. To give people a deeper knowledge about the Hebrew language and culture, I teamed up with my friend Rabbi Jason Sobel to write The Rock, the Road, and the Rabbi. The rock is Jesus. He's the rock I built my life on. The road is the Holy Land, Israel. And the Rabbi is the actual Word of God. I know there are many different interpretations of the Bible. This is what I believe to be true. The rock, the road, and the rabbi. We study what the Bible actually says in the very places where all the stories took place. When you have those three things together, it's transformative. You're never the same when you go that way. What I've learned has transformed my life by studying the original Greek and the original Hebrew, and how many myths are out there. And I learned that Jesus was not a carpenter, but he was a stone mason, because there was nothing but rock in Israel then. That rocked my world, and I think that's what set me on this path to write this book. Because I said to our teacher, Ray Vanderlaan, I said, Ray, if we're wrong about something as simple as that, what else are we wrong about? And he got this twinkle in his eye, and he goes, everything. So I wanted to go deeper into all of this and say, you know what, if I'm going to say I'm something, if I'm going to say I'm a Jesus believer, then I need to know more about Jesus. That trip together in April, I think it was 2012, changed my husband's life. He didn't want to go, and we're climbing up a mountain on our first date, and he's not a happy camper. But we get to the top, and then our teacher starts to open up the scriptures to us and bring it alive to us. He got a huge dose of humility up at the top of that mountain because he started learning, and he started soaking it in. And then we went to the Valley of Elah, where David fought Goliath, and it hasn't changed in 3,000 years. And Ray told us to pick a stone up, just like David did, and then ask ourselves, what is our stone? What is God going to ask us to pick up and throw at the chaos of the world to bring God's shalom to this world that needs it so desperately? Frank was never the same. He was starting to fail a little bit. He was getting on in age, as we all are, let's be honest. He said, honey, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not afraid at all. He said, I'm actually starting to get really curious. And I really do believe that that's a result of that trip to Israel, where he discovered that the reason David could kill a giant with his stone was not because he was stronger than Goliath. It's because he had a personal relationship with the living God. That's where his strength came from. And that's where all of our strength comes from. We're not supposed to just practice our faith for an hour on a Saturday or a Sunday or a Friday. Our faith is supposed to be in him we live and move and have our entire being. It's a moment-to-moment journey with God. It actually means the world to me to go into that room and look at his stone, because I remember how precious the Lord was to him to teach him something so vital and so precious near the end of his life that gave him strength and gave him comfort and gave him peace. I can smell spring, Bambino. My stone, I have a lot of pebbles. I throw a lot of pebbles. My stone now is to share the good news that God loves you with an all-consuming fire of a love. And he's just waiting for you. Just waiting for you to come to him.
That was beautiful.
Thank you to our precious Emily Goldberg.
Yeah.
The proceeds from this book are going to the Rock, the Road, and the Rabbi Experience, which has been set up to send students and pastors to Israel to study what the Bible actually says.
I think people are going to be fascinated when they read this book. It's out today.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.